friends, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all keeping well. Today we have a recipe for not bath fizzes. I'm going to keep saying that through the video now, I know I am. Toilet fizzes, cleaners. I noticed the other day I was getting quite low on all my homemade cleaning products, so I decided I would make some toilet fizzes today for cleaning the loo, and I'd bring you along with me to show you how I do it. And I'll probably have a playlist build up over time with different cleaners that I make from natural ingredients and all that good stuff. Now, I find shop bought cleaning products quite harsh. I did once, excuse me, buy like a toilet fizz powder that you shake into the bowl, and I couldn't breathe. It was very harsh. So I don't buy them anymore. I just make my own. They're like little bath bombs, but they're just for the loo. I don't think they're that much different in recipe. There's lots and lots of recipes online that you can follow. Some of them require sort of like hydrogen peroxide and vinegar. I'm very cautious of mixing chemicals together. I'm very worried about mixing things together and having a potentially harmful chemical reaction, so I don't follow those recipes. I found a recipe from online from Laura over at Our Oily House. She uses all natural ingredients as well, and excuse me, I just find her recipe a lot kinder. So what we're going to do today is we're going to mix this together, pop it in a silicone mould, and then take it from there. So I'll just move you down so you can see what I'm doing, and I hope you enjoy the video, my friends. So I'm just using a clean glass bowl just so you can see what I'm doing. Don't want to make this tripod too low, else it'll collapse. So we're gonna just get you there so you can probably see better. Just get my little notepads and things out of the way. Now then, what we're going to do, I do keep a lot of my, my baking and cooking items separate from soaps and candles and fizzes like this. All the household things I make, I have a separate set of things than what I have for sweets, treats, and the cooking and baking sort of thing. So these that you see today are kept in a box separately for when I'm just doing things like candle making and cleaning products and that sort of thing. So today, for this recipe, we are going to make it with baking soda, citric acid, some dish soap in water, some essential oils. That is all we're using today. So for the sodium bicarbonate, the bicarbonate of soda, we use that because it's good for removing stains. So it's very inexpensive to buy. I know we can buy it for actually food and baking, but you can also buy in the cleaning aisles. I've seen it in Home Bargain, I've seen it in B&M Bargain. I did buy this one online. It's 800 grams. I just bought a bigger tub because I use a lot of it, and it was quite inexpensive. I think it was from Amazon. I've had it a while, so like I say, my cleaning products have got quite low. I haven't made some for a while, so I need to start getting on top of things again after not being so well. So a full cup of bicarbonate of soda. Now then, I'll just get that out of the way, because I don't have a lot of room on here. The other ingredient we're going to use is citric acid. Now this is very inexpensive. I did buy this on Amazon as well, but I'm sure I've seen it in places like B&Q as well. We're just going to use 1/4 of a cup. If I can find, there it is, just where my phone. I'm just looking for the marks because it's not very clear on plastic, is it, like it is on glass. So that's probably too much. Let's pour some back in the tub. There we go. That's just slightly over, but it'll be fine. I might just leave a spoonful to put back in the box, just to make sure it's not too much. Now, citric acid is fantastic for killing bacteria. So I'm just going to mix that together. This bowl is what I use in the kitchen. I just wanted to use a clear bowl so that you can see what I'm doing. So this will get a really, really thorough wash afterwards. Because like I say, the bowls I use, the sort of things I use for making soaps and that, and things like this, I do keep separate from the kitchen. I keep it in a box under the stairs. But the bowl I use isn't see-through, so I've used this today just so that you can see what I'm doing. Now then, those two ingredients mixed together, as soon as you add water to it, it is going to start fizzing. Now, you don't need to wear gloves for this. I've just got a bit of an eczema flare-up at the moment, so I'm just putting this glove on just so that my eczema flare-up doesn't get worse with mixing this powder, because it's quite gritty. It's not harmful, but if it gets on my eczema because it's flared up at the moment, it might just irritate it a little bit. So in this little bottle here, it's a very inexpensive spray bottle from, I think it was Body Care. It was about 69p a couple of years ago. Don't know what they are now. Just a little bit of dish soap. Any dish soap that you've got. Homemade's better. We will maybe do a lesson on that sometime soon. But this is just normal everyday dish soap that you buy from the shop. I'm just going to put a bit of it in, and I'm going to start mixing it. It has started fizzing. That's very normal. But mix it as quickly as you can. You could mix it with a spoon or a spatula, but hands are better, aren't they? And what we're going to do, that's just crumbling. So we're going to just add a bit at a time until it starts holding together. A little bit more. The dish soap in the water will help with the mixture holding together. Just like when you're making bath fizzes. I'm sure many of you have made them over the years. So much fun to make with your children. Still needs a little bit more. Let's try and get this to start holding now. Just keep spraying a little bit at a time, just till you get it. See, that's holding together now, can you see? Let's try a bit more. Oh yeah, that's holding together really well now. That is enough. That is enough, that. So what we're going to do now is add some essential oils. I usually add between 20 and 30 drops. Today I'm using lemon essential oil. It's a natural deodorizer, but sometimes I use tea tree because it's a natural antibacterial. But you can use lavender, you can use whatever essential oil you want, whatever your favourite smell is. So I'm just going to tap this in now until we've had about between 20 and 30 drops. Try and get it so you're not putting it all in the same place as well, because obviously it's a liquid. So it's going to react with the bicarbonate of soda. We'll just get about 5 more in there. It's not coming out very quickly. There we go. It smells. I love the smell of lemon. I love any sort of citrusy smell for cleaning products. I really do. So we're going to now pop this in a silicone mould. You could pop these in the actual little, you know, the bath bomb moulds that are round like that, and they're in 2 halves. You could pop them in there. That's whatever you've got at home. But you're just going to pop these now in the moulds and press them down well. Make them quite compact. And again, because this is natural ingredients, not harmful ingredients, you could make these with your children. Move this back a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. You could actually make these with your children. If you've got some little disposable gloves, if you don't want them to, you know, they might have sensitive skin. Not that this will hurt the sensitive skin, but you could always let them wear some little gloves if you wanted to. I don't normally wear any gloves when I'm making this because I find it more of a hindrance. I feel really clumsy when I've got gloves on, but, and it probably wouldn't actually affect my eczema. I'm just being a bit overcautious because this time of year it does flare up a little bit on my face and my hands, and washing up, just using normal washing up liquid can set it off. So I just tend to be a little bit overcautious at this time of year when I'm struggling with my eczema. So it's not that severe, to be honest. It is quite mild as my eczema, but I don't want to do anything that's going to make it more fiery and angrier than it already is. This doesn't have to be perfect, by the way, just whatever, honestly. So we're just going to get the rest up that I've managed to spill everywhere. Like I said to you the other day, it wouldn't be a Samantha video if I wasn't clumsy, would it really? I'm sure you're expecting it of me now. And then we're just going to pop this in each one. And I usually make 12, but I think I might be a little bit short today. Might have just overpacked a couple. Let's have a look, see how we're doing. No, I'm going to get 12. Managed to make 12. I have to tell you, it smells amazing. I love lemon. Let's get that out of the way, then you can see. Just packing that down now. Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. And then just fill that. All I'm going to do with these now is leave them overnight to dry. And then in the morning, I'll pop them out and I will put them in either a bag or a glass jar. I do save my old sauce jars. Let's put you back up here now. You can see. There we go. Hello. Get you back over here. There you go. I do save old like sauce jars and jam jars and things like that. So I'll just pop them in there once they've dried overnight. And they usually last, well, in an airtight container, they'll last a very long time. But I would say they'll last 4 to 6 months. If you pop them in a bag and they're not in an airtight container, they should last about 4 months. And I'm just playing with them because I've overfilled some. I'm distracting myself here. So yeah, about 4 months, 4 to 6 months, if you just put them in a bag, which is absolutely fine. And all you do to use them is you just pop one in your toilet, let it do its fizz. That fizzing action cleans the bowl of your loo. And then once it's fully dissolved, then flush it. I wouldn't try and flush it until it's fully dissolved, just because I don't know what your plumbing's like and you don't want to cause any issues. So I would let it be fully dissolved before you flush your loo. But they are great. They are great for cleaning your loos and making your bathroom smell all nice and lemony, or lavender or tea tree, whatever you choose to use. And there's lots of different benefits from lots of different essential oils. So you might want to use tea tree for the antibacterial qualities. I think it has anti-mold qualities as well. I choose lemon because I just like the deodorizing smell of it. I think lemon's wonderful for the freshness and the zinginess. So I tend to lean more towards lemon when I'm making cleaners. But that's all there is for that, folks. It's such an easy thing to do. And citric acid, I mean, I've only used 1/4 of a cup, so I'm going to get quite a lot of uses out of this. You know, a lot of fizzies out of that. This was quite a big tub, and I'm sure it was less than £5 when I bought it. But like I said, very cheap to buy in Home Bargains in the, you know, in the orange sort of tall tubs that you can get them in. They're very inexpensive at places like Home Bargain and B&M Bargain. Cheap silicone moulds. I mean, I've seen these in the pound shop, big Dollar Tree, wouldn't it, in America? You can pick these up for next to nothing. I know Wilko's have had some citric acid in as well. I think it's about £2. So you could always nip into Wilko's if you can't get it anywhere else. But I just order mine online because it's easier, get it delivered. So if you're out and about shopping anyway, why not have a look in and see what you can get? Wilko's, Home Bargain, B&M's, all those places. And essential oils, well, I've used 20 drops and I've used this for so many other projects and it's still going strong. So your essential oils will last you quite a while. This is an organic one and I do try and get organic whenever I can. And I just think this makes a really nice natural cleaner that's not harsh, not chemicals, and it's good for the environment, isn't it? It's all good. So folks, very quick one today. The sauerkraut's doing really well. It's bubbling. I know you probably won't be able to pick the bubbles up on camera, but it is bubbling nicely. So that'll get a stir later. The apple cider vinegar, that's doing very, very well. It's gone nice and murky now at the bottom with little bits forming. So that's going to look fabulous, isn't it? In a few weeks' time. So I think the sauerkraut's probably been about 2 or 3 days now. I'll give it another day or two before I test it. So my husband was very pleased when he came home from work and saw that on the counter. He's like, "You've made sauerkraut. Oh, you've made sauerkraut." So he was very pleased about that. He will just eat it all. He'll just sit there and eat it all to himself, of my husband. He loves the stuff. So yeah, that's doing really well. I just thought I'd keep showing you the different stages, and just you can sort of see the apples now starting to change colour. I'm hoping you can pick that up on camera. Starting to change colour now. And the sauerkraut has got lots of bubbles on top. I'm hoping you can see that. It's doing really, really well. So we'll keep taking the lid off the sauerkraut to release the air, and we'll keep giving the apples a good stir so they don't go mouldy on top, and we'll just keep doing that. It takes 2 minutes, doesn't it? A few seconds actually, and then that's that really. So that's all I have for you today, friends. We're going to be doing soap tomorrow, and I think we're going to be doing soap tomorrow. I'm hoping to. I'm also hoping to get some seeds done on Sunday. If so, I will bring you along for that as well. I'm sure you all know how to do seeds, but if it is a first time for you, it's nice just to be able to have a look at someone just sowing some seeds for the first time. And really, there's not a lot to it. There's nothing to get worried about. It really is very simple to do, to start off your own. growing season. Why not? Let's get on with the growing now. I'm a bit behind, 2 weeks, a good 2 weeks behind this year, but the weather's just not been right, and I've not been well. So a friend of mine was sharing her seeds online the other day with what's in her greenhouse, and they've already started showing, and I thought, oh, I'm so behind, but it spurred me on to get going now. It's given me the kick I needed to get going. And I just wanted to say thank you for all your lovely comments. Thank you for people who've contacted me and reached out to me and thanked me for the videos, and it really does mean the world to me. It does mean a lot to me. This is a hobby of mine that I really love to share with people, and I'm so grateful that people are reaching out to me and saying that they're enjoying the video. So thank you so much for that. It does mean the world to me, it really does. So just for now, I'll say take care, goodbye, God bless, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye for now.